Hello, my Super Saver Ibond fans. So, Ibonds turn 24 this month. So let's wish all of our Ibonds a happy 24th birthday. That's right, the first Ibond was issued 24 years ago in September 1998. Today's video is for those of you with Ibonds who want a handy app to track your Ibond interest, and specifically for those of you with an Android phone or Chromebook. I've tested this app on 40 plus different Ibonds issued between 1998 and 2022. And the calculations from this app match, for the most part, what's showing up on TreasuryDirect's calculator. More on that later. The link to download the app is below this video. Just click on it and get 3 free Ibonds. That was a joke. No affiliate link, no free Ibonds. We don't do that here. I just give you my personal opinion and don't get any kickbacks from the products and services that we recommend. If you do want to help support our channel though, so that we can keep pushing out great money content for you, a donation via the Super Thanks button is always greatly appreciated. Here's what I'll cover today. How to access the Savings Bond Calculator app for Android, how to quickly add your Ibond to the app if you only own 1 or 2 of them, and how to add your Ibonds if you have multiple TreasuryDirect accounts like we do. And for those with EE bonds, you can also use this app to track them. Plus, the app is free, at least for now. And I'd like to say thank you to one of our community members, Dalton, who emailed me about this app some months ago. Dalton is 85 and hails from Pierre Blossom, California. Now, if you own an iPhone like we do and are watching this for some reason, this won't work for you. However, don't worry, we're trying to test out something similar for iPhone users. So first, go to the Google Play Store on your Android phone. I'm using my daughter's old phone, and that's our dog Confetti when he was a pup. In this search bar, type in Savings Bond Calculator Plus. This screen will show up next, and this is the Savings Bond Calculator Plus app that you want. Click Install. Once it's downloaded, click on Open. On the next screen that pops up, agree to the terms and conditions if you wish to continue. This quick help guide will appear, showing you what each icon stands for. If you want this display to appear every time you log in, then keep this checked. If not, just uncheck the box. Let's click on Dismiss to get rid of it right now. And here's the active bond screen that will appear next. Think of this as your dashboard or summary screen. Click on this little building on the upper right corner to add your first Ibond. This will take you to the Add Ibond screen. The process is fairly simple for adding an Ibond. Let's assume that we bought our first $1,000 of Ibonds in May, which I know a number of you did. On this Add Bond screen, click on the box under Bond Type where it says EE in parentheses paper. From this pull-down menu that pops up, select Ibonds. Put $1,000 in the principal investment box. Leave this optional bond number blank. This box here is for those of you who have paper bonds you want to track. Then put in May for the purchase month, 2022 for the purchase year, and click Done up here. And here's the active bond screen that appears next, showing that this Ibond has been added. Click on it. What shows up now are all the Ibonds in our portfolio with a 2052 maturity date. We only have one here, of course. Here's the current annualized rate on this Ibond, 9.62%. Here's the maturity date, and here's the current value of this Ibond. This number includes the principal investment of $1,000, the face value of the Ibond, plus the total interest earned thus far. So in this case, just 1 month's interest is showing up because we bought this Ibond in May, meaning we're still within the 5-year minimum holding period, and that the last 3 months' interest has been deducted as an early withdrawal penalty. So basically, this total value number here is the amount we would receive deposited into our bank account if we were to redeem this Ibond after we've held it for at least a year. Now, let's click on this Ibond here for even further details. This display bond screen will pop up. On the very top, we see the purchase date of May 2022, the principal investment amount of $1,000, And the I here means that it's an IBON. Down below, it shows that this IBON is not cashed yet. If it's ever cashed, we can click down here on the red box, and this no here would change to a yes. Here's the value as of September 2022. Again, that's this principal amount up here, plus the total interest earned on the IBON here. And here's the current annualized rate on this IBON. And if you look further down, it even shows you how much interest this IBON will earn in the next period and when this next interest payment should be expected. This is pretty neat, I think. Now, let's double check this with TreasuryDirect's calculator. Here's the link as an FYI. Let's enter the same exact information here as I did in the app. September 2022 under value as of, IBONs here, $1,000 principal investment under denomination, and May 2022 under issue date, and then hit calculate. You'll see that the monthly interest on the TreasuryDirect site matches what's in the app, and so does the total value of the IBON, which is great. So going back to the app, now that we're done, let's click on this back arrow to go back to the previous screen, which shows all our IBONs with a 2052 maturity date. I'll click again on this arrow in the upper left corner, taking us back to the original active bond summary screen, where we can now add our next IBON if we have one. It's that simple. Now, say that you have multiple TreasuryDirect accounts like we do. I have one for me, one for my husband Marcus, one for Diamond NestEgg, and one for my trust. Here's how I would add each one to the app. Let's go back to this active bond summary screen. Again, I click on this little building on the upper right corner to add a new bond. And this add bond screen appears. I'll click up here where it says unassigned under the account box. I'll select add account. And here I'll type in Jen's bonds and then click done. This will take us back to the add bond screen where I can now enter each of the IBONs I own in the same way that we added the May 2022 IBON earlier in this video. I just have to make sure it says Jen's bonds in the account box. Or I can add my next TreasuryDirect account by clicking here again and going to add account again. And now I can add Marcus's TreasuryDirect account and click done. Once I'm back at this add bond screen, I have to make sure that Marcus's account is selected and I can begin adding the IBONs that he owns in his TreasuryDirect account to this app. And I'll repeat the same process for the other accounts we hold with TreasuryDirect. So it's nothing fancy, but at least now I can have all my IBON information in one place instead of logging into all those different TreasuryDirect accounts. It's fairly accurate. I took 40 plus IBONs with different issue dates between September 1998 and September 2022 and compared the results from TreasuryDirect's calculator with those from the app. And here's what we have. On the left side are the calculations from the TreasuryDirect calculator, and on the right side are the numbers from the app. Let's take a look at TreasuryDirect's numbers first. Specifically, these first 10 IBONs issued between September 1998 and June 2007. Here's the maturity date for each IBON, which matches these IBON maturity dates in the app. These IBONs are identical, and as you can see, the total value columns for each IBON also match. Remember, this total value is the principal investment amount, or the face value of $1,000 of IBONs, plus the total interest earned over time. And the same goes for IBONs issued between 2008 and 2017. The total values from TreasuryDirect also match those from the app. And similarly, so do the results for IBONs between 2018 and 2022. And yes, I did enter all of these manually. Wouldn't it be great if there was some way, some sort of API that could link up your TreasuryDirect accounts with this app? But alas, I suppose we should just be happy that an app like this even exists. Now, I did find two discrepancies when I double-checked the IBON numbers for IBONs issued between January 2021 and May 2022. Again, on the left, you have the TreasuryDirect calculations for a $1,000 principal investment of I-bonds. And on the right are the calculations from the app. You can see that in April 2022, TreasuryDirect is showing an I-bond value of $1,011.60, whereas the app is showing an I-bond value of $1,012, basically a 40 cents difference. This also happened in November 2021. TreasuryDirect is showing an I-bond value of $1,043.60, whereas the app is showing an I-bond value of $1,044. Again, 40 cents more. All the other months, they match though. Now, these are just two of the small discrepancies I found with the 40 plus issue dates I tested. I did not test all the other gazillion combinations of issue dates out there. So, if you find any additional discrepancies when you add your I-bonds, just drop a comment below and let others in the I-bond community know. That would be very much appreciated. Having said all this, I don't think these minor differences are a make or break for this app, so long as you're aware of them. This app is a nice to have for easy checking of I-bond interest values, but TreasuryDirect should still remain your primary reference point for interest earned, especially when it comes time to redeem those bonds. And based off of the Google Play Store reviews, this app got 4.6 out of 5 stars. So it seems that these discrepancies don't bother most other folks either. It probably also helps that this is the only app of its kind out there. Plus, did I mention? It's free. So for those of you looking for an easier way to keep tabs on your I-bond interests, this is about as simple as it gets. And for those of you who still aren't quite sure how I-bond interest is calculated and when it shows up in your TreasuryDirect account, then check out this I-bond interest calculation video here. It'll clear up a lot of the mystery around this topic. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget that thumbs up and see you again soon with another money-saving, wealth-building video.